Channel, and I am speaking with Katherine Hine. I just want to say thank you again on recording for the whole world to know that I appreciate your patience because, oh my gosh, I have been having a lot of technical issues with the recording. So let me just raise the screen. And as you can see, I have Katherine's, I have your profile picture from Facebook, and you look lovely in that picture, and I have your permission with that. Right? Just want you to confirm or affirm.
Are we on now?
Yes. Yes, we're recording now, finally. We've done, for the audience, I was just trying to explain to them that I was having a lot of technical difficulties, so that's probably why you didn't realize that we were recording, the interview now. Because we've done how many, like 4 or 5 different tests?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my goodness, it's yeah. So, and then a lot of interruptions, but I finally have it where I have your profile picture showing, because you just called in, but I have your profile picture showing because I didn't want just the phone icon to show. I wanted, a visual. We're visual creatures. So I just wanted, can you affirm that I have your on camera? Can you affirm that I have your consent and permission to have your profile picture and record this video?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you, Katherine. Okay, so let me read your bio that you sent me. I have it here. I'm looking down on my phone. I have it in front of me. Katherine Hine practiced family and criminal law over 30 years in the courts of Oklahoma and Ohio. Once she began to grasp the massive frauds being committed by the corporate employees known as judges, she decided to resign in disgust on July 4, 2019. She hosted several years of radio shows with WLJA and Blog Talk Radio. Those interviews are still archived at WLJAradio.net and blogtalkradio.com/Hidden Truth Revealed. She continues to assist Ohio activists in organizing locally and to write articles exposing the crimes of the corporate employees in our midst who masquerade as judges, prosecutors, and police officers. She currently works to encourage those who are actively resisting the corporate crimes that corporate judges enable, particularly for those whose lives have been compromised by forced psychiatry, mass incarceration, human trafficking, including child trafficking by CPS, and elder cleanse. She still serves as executive director of the Ross County Network for Children in Ohio and chapter co-president of the Ohio branch of FCLU, which stands for Families Civil Liberties Union. In 2008 to 2009, Hine was instrumental in utilizing citizen initiative to rid the city of Chillicothe. Did I say that right? Chillicothe, Ohio, of its traffic cameras. She has authored articles critical of forced psychiatry in Columbus Free Press and naturalblaze.com, a book review for activist posts, and one article addressing retaliation against mandated child abuse reporters. Expose, The Family of Family Courts to Protect Children. She can be reached at KS Hine at WLJAradio.net. I'll put all of those links and all of that information for contacting you in the video description box. So again, thank you for all of your time and all of your patience with me and all of these technical issues.
Sounds good.
And I'm just so happy to to have you live here because we have work to do, and there's a massive fraud that has been perpetrated against us. And so I just wanted to I guess, very quickly ask you how did you first of all, how did you find me, in the group? I remember we were talking a little bit about your desire to learn common law. So how did we connect? Can you help the people understand that?
Well, you're a Facebook friend of mine, so and I was interested in your post and from you and your other friends about the common law, which I'm really, getting into understanding the law and equity divisions better than I did before.
Right.
And it's just, I find your page just very, very useful. And then I posted my resignation letter, and we contacted each other then. Yeah.
Have you been a member of the?
There's a lot of.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. There's some sort of resonate. There's some sort of rebound or something, echo, and so that's making things challenging to understand you.
Yeah, we're all of a sudden getting a little bit of echo now. It was fine before, but let's see if we push through and it'll resolve itself. I'm not sure what's wrong.
Yeah, maybe I can turn down one of my speakers, and maybe that's doing something.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, I'm interested in learning. I'm amazed how little I knew before, and your page is helping me with that.
To understand
so others,
your rights.
a lot. Anticorruptionsociety.com, Al Whitney's site. He opened my eyes to a lot of things.
Okay.
And I guess I first started learning about that there was this alternate system when I had a guest on in 2016, but it didn't register to me. Some of the folks were involved in, I think they were involved in sovereign citizen, but they were confused with sovereign citizen movement. And, in 2006, there were a lot of people that didn't really understand how to apply this, and a lot of people got burned.
Mm-hmm.
And I interviewed a gal who was going to use the common law protocols are what she understood of them, let's put it that way. And she ended up going to penitentiary for a few years. So that was kind of, and then of course at the same time, I was on a discussion group with attorneys, and they had nothing good to say about, they lumped everyone who was trying to find an alternative to corporate courts in the sovereign citizen category, and that's not accurate. But that's the perception. So, yeah, that got me interested, especially as it became more and more obvious that the courts, what we call the courts, are actually private for-profit corporations.
Right.
And they don't work for us. So I think once you really get that concept down, it makes it a lot easier to understand the horror of what they're doing to us. I just I'll tell people, well, they have no more right to do what they're doing to you than McDonald's Corporation.
Exactly.
That may be a little exaggerated, but they don't. I mean, unless consent to it, and that's the trick, is finding ways that they won't interpret as, but none of this is done in good faith on their part. So, the problem has been for many people in learning this stuff is the warping of the English language by the legal language, and it's going on apparently at an increasing rate. Even Black's Law Dictionary is part of the warping of the language, of even the legal language. So, yeah, that's challenging. I'm embarrassed to say I didn't understand until just a month ago that this person referred to a corporation. I didn't know that. Never occurred to me. And I don't think it occurs a lot of attorneys that I've spoken to. Either that or the decline. I don't know.
Well, what you're speaking on is exactly what, the newly awakened, man or woman experiences, that cognitive dissonance, because you're just in a state of shock, because it's the fraud is so pervasive. It touches every walk of life, and you just can't believe or can't imagine that you have been living this lie. And so that's why so many people who begin to study feel lost and confused and quickly become overwhelmed with the sheer amount of fraud that they begin to unravel. And so I put together the group. I started, for me, I don't know when you started to awaken, when you started to awaken and started to reach out. That's what I did. I started to reach out and to other people, and started to connect and network. So when you found other people that were awakened, were they starting to put together groups to communicate better with the system, or was it a support group? I'm just trying to understand how the group that you found me in was like instrumental to help you to move forward on this journey, to exert and exercise your rights and your freedom.
Well, I find Facebook to be a really useful tool, and I've run into a lot of people that way. And then in my work with the Ross County Network for Children, which I would mention is does not accept government funding, but we advocate for anyone who's trying to protect a child, and we have certain guidelines that everybody claims to be working for the interest of the child, but we found that if you really look at paperwork, medical reports, you can figure out kind of who's in court orders and the sequence of events. Police reports, you can start to put together what's real and what isn't real.
Yeah,
I find over time it's hard for liars to maintain the lie consistently over time. And so we at the network we became aware that there was something very badly wrong. I think even before I became the director at the network, that organization started by another group of moms in Chillicothe, Ohio, because a child had been sodomized. And it was known before his death that he was at grave risk from the mother's boyfriend. And they had video of the child being handed off to this man, and the child just came unglued. It was 3 years old.
Horrible.
Children's Services, which is what we call CPS in Ohio, reported. Let it go on. And the child was murdered, and then the head of CPS was married to the prosecutor, and we couldn't get a prosecution.
My gosh.
Might have brought out too much evidence of her failure of this. She ended up stopping. Anyway, so we're told by the prosecutor's office, oh, this can't be prosecuted. This is not prosecutable. Well, there's not enough evidence. And so these 4 or 5 house fires, this was back in the early 90s, about 1993, I believe. They went to other witnesses. They prepared affidavits themselves, and they handed the evidence. They did work of the process for them and said, look, this looks prosecutable to us. They also rounded up the help of Dr. Charles Johnson at the time, was the leading child abuse expert of Ohio, and he was definitely in evidence of murder, and so they went for it. They were tainted, basically. At that time, we had corporate media that was somewhat doing their job, and a fellow came down from one of the TV stations in Columbus and confronted the Ross County prosecutor for refusing to prosecute. It was only then that we got a prosecution. I mean, a lot of noise had to be made. Then the same thing happened 2 years later. It was a little girl that was murdered. And the same thing. This is not prosecutable, but they learned their lesson a little bit quicker, and they went ahead under pressure from the network, and they did prosecute, and the man went to the penitentiary. But it was no odd thing, to the volunteers and developers of the network that something badly wrong with the system, and even at that time started to think, although it seems crazy that judges act like they're pedophiles.
Yeah.
What's going on?
They support that stuff.
That can't be. But it sure looks that way.
Right.
And it looked that to me in a case I was dealing with in Oklahoma when I practiced law there. So it was always like, let's give this man the benefit of the doubt. Well, wait a minute, this is not even criminal proceeding. He's got reasonable doubt as regards to criminal proceeding. He's trying to save a child and not force a child to visit with the person that identify as their abuser, and nobody's going to go to penitentiary over that. That's why the burden of proof is less. Act like the burden of proof is greater than in the criminal cases. It's just they turned it on its head, and we were always wondering, why would they do that? That's backwards. That's just the opposite of what it's supposed to be. The only reason you might do that is you have another agenda in protecting pedophiles.
Absolutely.
And I kind of brought that up, and as years went on, it became clearer and clearer that that's exactly what it is. And I cited a few cases, all from Ohio, that indicate pretty clearly that in-race DP, I don't know, I can go into these cases, but they're odd from the get-go. That one produced a result that a 15-year-old who had forcibly raped and sodomized preschool children in his family was just having a adolescent spree. Bad judgment. And he should not have the burden of registering as a sex offender. Would, in Ohio at least, that would be a registration 25 years or so. And that would be a cloud over his
Catherine,
the rest of his life.
The connection is breaking up. Let me just pause the video for one quick second. Pause.
Okay.
Because there's like a lot of bad echo. I could pause and then we could resume after we get the proper. Catherine, are you there? We're having a lot of technical difficulties, and it's just incredible how the issues continue. And this is not the first time that I've been in the middle of some type of a discussion. Okay, I think that's Catherine calling me again now. Okay, wonderful. Okay, I'll answer over here. No, I'll answer on the computer. See if that'll help. Oh no. Guys, just hang in there with us. We are trying to make this we're trying to make this interview happen, but it's so many issues. Catherine, are you there? Can you hear me? Okay, so she's been calling me back. I've been calling her back. It's just, we'll have to try this. We'll have to try this again. I'm not sure what is the issue. But we were, okay, let me see, what is she saying? She says, my screen shows the Facebook phone call to you is ringing, but there's no sound anymore. Oh my gosh. The tracking and the surveillance of this woman is real. She can't even disclose her location because of her exposing the fraud. So I'll try her again for you guys. Let's see. Redial. You see, this is happening live right now. It is real, guys. You got to be careful. Let's try Catherine again. Unbelievable. Operate fearlessly and with discipline. So I'm calling her back, and she's calling me back. She says, I just accepted your call, but nothing. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see that? I just accepted your call, but nothing. It's unbelievable. They are, the powers that be want to shut this woman down and quiet her and silence her, but she will not be silenced. We will try this interview again. Actually, let me try her. Should I try you again? Let me try you again. I'll try you. Unbelievable. Okay, let's try Catherine again. Connecting. No, I don't want to connect video. doing the 4 or 5 different tests. Oh, yes. Yeah, yes, I'm here. All right. Okay, so see, that's persistence, man. We can we have to be persistent. Okay, I will put the phone next to the computer and hopefully people can hear you. Okay, so what I was just, are you there? Catherine? It disconnected again? Catherine? Oh my gosh. Oh, I can hear you now. Are you there? Hello? I hear you oh, I hear you typing. Okay, she said, I just accepted your call again, but no sound. Ugh. Unbelievable. Oh my goodness. I'm not sure what other setup we could do because Zoom started to fail. I'm just at a impasse here. I'm not sure. Okay, I hear you typing. What are you typing? Oy, this is awful. Yeah, she says, I think my sound is off now. Yeah, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. So we'll try again. We'll do a new video. We'll have to schedule a new time because I have a few more videos, a few more interviews, and so I'll have to circle back and we'll try again a little bit later. I'll still post this video so people can see that you're trying. You're, a woman on a mission, determined, and we'll bring Katherine back. We'll try again with I'll try a different connection because I'm very determined to give this woman a platform, a voice to be heard, and we'll try again later. Thank you. Be safe.